Hi, welcome to the Everything Movie Podcast. I'm here with
Logan, guys. What's up?
it's your boy Noah, and today we'll be going over Captain America: Brave New World.
Brave New Goon. Noah was sleeping during the whole movie. I watched him. And hands in pants, everything. But this is the first Captain America movie where there's not all Captain America that we know. We have Sam Wilson taking up the mantle as the Captain America superhero. Mm-hmm. We also have, I guess, a newly elected president, which this is, I think, his Marvel debut. Mm-hmm. Harrison Ford as the president. And basically, this movie is considered a global conspiracy, like government politics kind of movie. Mm-hmm. And we also have a new Falcon, or not even Falcon, but we have a new side character. His name was Joaquin, also known as Danny Ramirez. Sam, who uncovers a global conspiracy that threatens the world's stability. What'd you like about it?
I like Sam Wilson.
There we go. Good job.
We'll go into my bets later on, but I think...
Do you like his acting?
I think his acting's fine. I think he's definitely held back a lot by writing.
Can we move on to Ford? Because I want to talk to him. I also agree with you on that, though. From my rating, it felt like he was almost out of the movie. We had maybe a shadow of Harrison Ford. He just... His heart wasn't in it. And you know his heart wasn't in it.
Yeah.
When you go watch his, peak films of Indiana Jones, he is in that shit. He's living the character. It's not, Harrison Ford is playing Indiana Jones. This is Indiana Jones. This is Harrison Ford is Indiana Jones. From this, we have a different two people. And it doesn't feel like they mesh well. He's just not in the moment, and you know he's here for that.
Yeah, okay. This is to you, Harrison Ford. They'll ever see this?
Directly to you.
No discredit to your work. We love you in Star Wars and also Indiana Jones. But it's not the Harrison Ford we know and love.
Okay, I wasn't even going to go there. That just felt like you took his shit on his face. Can I provide a new take? Mm-hmm. I think maybe he knew that the film was not going to be good, and he went into the mindset of, okay, this is a cash grab, it's okay, just, go through the motions. It felt like he was going through the motions. It didn't feel like he was passionate about being Red Hulk. So that's, I'm going to go with, it's not his age. I think it's just, he knows that this is a cash grab for him, okay? Let's just go with enjoyment versus other Captain America films. Where would you rank this with? We have the first one.
Very bottom.
Winter Soldier. Very bottom.
Dog shit.
Or do you feel like...
Shit.
So they're just completely far off.
I didn't even like the first Avenger. I don't want to say I didn't like.
Buddy.
It was decent. It wasn't anything...
Decent. Okay.
A high 6, maybe a 7. Don't quote me on it. You can check out the sheet down below, but... Compared to that first Avenger where it's all whack and all that, this one is definitely way worse. Mm-hmm. Which...
In
Action, worse.
Writing?
Worse.
Sound design?
Worse.
But I'm comparing this to Winter Soldier as far as combat goes, and it just didn't feel the same. I really appreciate when actors go through the martial arts, just choreography, and I just didn't think there was a lot of good hand-to-hand combat with this. A lot of it was, hey, I'm gonna use my fucking wings, and I'm getting little Wonder Woman vibes from 1984, just a little bit. But obviously that one's way worse. But it's just you're fighting Red Hulk, right? So it's gonna be hard to do all the stuff that you already pull off with Winter Soldier and Captain America, right? Yeah. So we can go into that. I want to go into some goods though. I know you already brought up all your goods, but I like the idea. I like the idea of Sam Wilson having to try to take up that mantle for Steve Rogers, because yes, Steve Rogers is dead, and you can very easily justify being that's the end of Captain America, right? Because he's dead. But you have all his struggles and his just lack of self-confidence in taking that mantle, because everyone knows that, like, he is not the Captain America. He doesn't have the super soldier serum to make him strong.
Yeah.
And Captain America had all these traits that made him a good superhero before. And Sam Wilson was just that military guy who had owned an extra fancy jetpack in the first and second film. Or in the second film. So, you know, you have a different dynamic going into being the new Captain America. And we have a conversation with Bucky that really shows his personality and vulnerability. And I really liked that it wasn't just, oh yeah, I'm the new Captain America. You have self-doubt. And I feel like the movie is also self-aware that us as the audience knows that, hold up, this is a Captain America movie without Steve Rogers in it. What the hell are we doing? But they address that on screen because everyone around him were experiencing the doubts with Sam Wilson.
Yeah.
You know? So you did have people saying you're not Steve Rogers, and including himself was also self-doubting that. I want to go into my biggest negative by far through the whole film. This movie was advertised as a Red Hulk and Captain America film. And not advertised as Steve Rogers, but just Captain America, Sam Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like we didn't get what we were promised from the trailer. I just felt like we had missed opportunity from this film, and you have a lot of bad writing. And we were advertised Red Hulk fighting Sam Wilson, and we got that for one fight scene that was 15 minutes long from Red Hulk.
Yeah.
And that was about it, because you have another main villain that you guys will eventually find out when watching the film, but it's just not what we were given, and that's just not what the fans wanted, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
What did you feel like you wanted coming from the movie, and what do you think you got out of that?
I don't mind that there's not that much fighting. I just think you could have spread out a lot more of it. You just he has pills, and you just tease and tease and tease the movie, and keep teasing these other characters. Bring it. Okay, I want to expand more off of the fact they're teasing. They tease everything about 500 times.
Mm-hmm.
The off-brand.
Great value.
Great value. Flash. Thinker. Tease the Hulk. Tease the Black Widow. And you keep teasing everything, and then you should have the big...
Why are you teasing?
Why are you teasing me? You have the big crash landing at the end, and it just feels so skittish, rushed, and then the final fight, which I'm not gonna spoil it, is just the biggest piece of dog shit.
For having a decent track record from the past is what you're saying. When comparing this to OG Avengers,
This is horrible.
you didn't like the third act.
No, third act. I'll save my Letterboxd for review.
Go ahead.
Fighting was boss act, and holy cow, the final fight sucked ass.
Also, I thought the CGI was bad at times with Red Hulk.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking, if this was a movie that came out in mid-2000s, I wouldn't even be mad, because, yes, Transformers was ahead of its time, but this felt like I was a prehistoric, like, some shots where you gotta show the environment and then show Red Hulk in that environment, it just looked really bad. You knew that Red Hulk wasn't there. Let's just get into our ratings. I feel like we reviewed everything. We just chopped it up.
Okay, well, I have it at a 4.5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving this shit down to a 4.25. Moving on to you. What do you give it?
I gave it 5 out of 10 on the Google Sheets, and I gave Black Widow the same rating. I think they're both a 5-star. They both fit in that average range of movies for me, just on the lower end of that spectrum. I am disappointed because it is Marvel, right? So you are tainting the Marvel legacy, sadly, with a movie like this, and I expect better.
Now we'll go into the recommendations.
And what was our average rating on that then?
Oh, 4.63.
Overall, we do not recommend. We don't even have to. I don't even have to ask you.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
throw it in the trash.
Recommend to
Skip it.
absolutely nobody.
You don't need to watch it for Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Don't look Don't listen to anyone else. If you want to go watch Thunderbolts and be like, damn, I gotta watch these trash ass movies now, you don't. Just watch Black Widow, suck it up for one movie, and then go into Thunderbolts and be happy. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you all for watching. Make sure to look at the Instagram down below, as well as the movie sheets.
Yep.
And thank you for watching.
See you guys next time.